Hey, announcer guy here for Sean and Kevin, world travelers who occasionally go to places you haven't been. In this episode, the boys are in Oshawa, Canada. So settle in and welcome to Travel by Numbers.
Kevin trying to get all set up for our vlog today.
Gotta put a mic on you, Sean.
Yeah, are you camera ready, Kevin?
I hope so.
So how much was the entrance fee for this? Is it $8 per person?
It's $8 per person.
And then is parking included?
Yeah, today it is. Normally it's not. You have to pay. I think it's normally $6 to pay.
Yeah.
But it's included with the ticket.
So it's not, well, it's cold. It's about 7 degrees. I'm just usually always cold. So it doesn't look like it's very packed. Now I did see on their website there's no dogs allowed. Just in case you're thinking of bringing your furry friend, that's not allowed. But overall, it looks like it's pretty well organized. Ample parking.
So we're here at Purple Woods Conservation Area, here just north of Oshawa in Ontario, Canada. We are here at the annual Maple Festival, right in the middle of March here right now. This festival goes for about a month, so there's already been a couple of weekends where there's been some activity here, but we came to check it out for ourselves.
I am frozen. So you have some games for the kids, I guess?
Yeah, I was just inside this building here.
Oh, you were inside already?
Yeah, well, I had to check us in, right?
Okay, so now what do we do?
This building has the hot pancakes and maple syrup and stuff like that.
So what do we do? Just sit down? Do we?
Well, no, they advised that we go down to the bottom of the hill first and check out down there because the lineup for pancakes here is really long.
Is there a lineup now?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so let's go. It's a good activity to do with the kids, I guess, right? For March break?
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot to do here. It's not just about seeing how they make maple syrup, but also, well, I mean, you can eat pancakes, but there's all kinds of things they have, especially for the kids.
Look at this, Kev. Look,
Yeah.
If you look at the sap, it just looks like clear water, but it sure is going. Look at,
We looked in the forest today.
So these sap lines are all through this entire forest here.
This is probably going to be more educational stuff.
I don't know. It's much colder than I thought it was going to be, though, isn't it? This forest is full of sugar maple trees. So there are primarily 3 types of maple trees that you can make maple syrup from. You didn't know I knew that.
Someone did their research.
Yes. So it's black maple, red maple, and sugar maple. So tell me, Sean, which province creates the most maple syrup?
Quebec.
Ha, very good.
See?
Quebec.
Don't we have storage for like 40 years of surplus in Quebec for maple syrup?
Yeah. Actually, there's a whole story behind that, which I will tell in a bit.
So I'm just looking in here. So I guess, again, so this tree is being tapped, but there's not much in it. But I guess over time this will fill up. Interesting. And look at this over here. So one tap, so that tap that we just saw yields 40 liters of sap and to make 1 liter of syrup.
Yeah,
Wow.
it takes a lot of sap to make 1 liter of syrup. I got another one for you. Where does the majority of our maple syrup go?
To the U.S.
Ah, very good.
It's just maple syrup and sorry, I can't English today. Syrup, yeah, syrup.
So it's just syrup and hot water.
So it's syrup and cedar leaves. Sorry.
Oh, really? Okay. Very good. Thanks.
There you go. It tastes really good.
Oh, it's warm. Oh, it's nice and warm. So this is now what'd you say? Cedar and I forgot what she said.
What was that about old age and losing
Oh
your
my
mind?
God, I just forgot what she said. So this is cedar. What else? This is sap and
It's maple syrup and cedar trees.
okay.
Cedar leaves. You want to look?
Leaves?
I can let you look at
Okay, cool.
It's like a little. Oh my God.
Oh, it's leaves. Oh, very cool. Thanks.
Thank you.
So this is sap and cedar leaves. Now let me just have a taste. I don't know. It's pretty hot.
Not a fan? Is it really, really hot?
It tastes like a puddle. It just tastes like leaves in a puddle.
Do you habitually fall into puddles to taste it or something?
I was thinking more of a cider.
No. They do have cider here though. So
Here, you taste it.
big taste test. See if it actually does taste like a puddle. What would I know? Well, it's not bad. I actually like it.
You like?
Yeah.
Oh, shaking.
So the Federation of Quebec Maple Syrup Producers safeguards a secret stockpile dispersed across strategic locations in Quebec. During low production years, this reserve is utilized and distributed among Federation members. However, in 2012, the stockpile fell victim to a daring heist reminiscent of Mission Impossible. Thieves raided the Federation's main warehouse, making off with 6 million pounds of maple syrup, valued at approximately $18 million. Although 23 individuals were arrested in connection to the incident, 1/3 of the stolen syrup remains missing.
Came at the perfect time.
Yeah, I guess so. So that's for me. What are you making everybody else?
That's fresh then. Yeah. It's still.
Hey, just 2, please. Thanks. That's great. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Okay, so this is. Are you with me there?
Yes, I'm here. So what is this, maple syrup then?
Wow, that's pure maple syrup.
High sugar content. Yeah.
You know what? There's no comparison. If you go to Costco, if you go to your local grocery store, it almost seems watered down compared to this. There's a whole bunch of, I think there's a whole bunch like vitamin C or D or something in maple syrup.
Okay, my turn to try this. This is pure maple syrup. It's quite dark in color. I'm a little bit surprised because when you buy it in the supermarket, it's not normally this dark. Although there are several different grades of maple syrup. The darkest grade is used by the food industry for making different maple products, maple flavored products. That's the darkest one. But there are 2 other grades, light and medium. So I'm going to try this one anyway. Oh my God. That is so good. That is so good. So Sean decided to go up to the building at the top of the hill and get in the lineup for pancakes and maple syrup. They also have baked beans up there and also some sausages. I'll head up there in a moment and join him in line. As I mentioned earlier, there are 3 federal grade categories of maple syrup based on color and taste. The color and flavor of the syrup is influenced by the season in which the sap is collected. This is the building that you saw in our opening, today's episode, the snowy opening. This is what it looks like in the springtime. In fact, usually there would be snow here, but we've had a very, very mild winter. You can go for sort of a horse ride or a hay ride here as well. It's about $3 or $4 Canadian.
But the same amount of sugar. So they all have 66% sugar. The different colors are because of the trees. So early in the season, the trees will give us golden and amber. Later in the season, this is because they have more and more sugar early in the season, so it takes us less time to cook it to that 66%. Later in the season, the trees have less sugar because they're starting to wake up more and they are starting to have less sugar as the weather is starting to get warmer. And so we'll get a darker color because we're cooking it longer. And as you're cooking it, it's kind of like caramelizing. Like the longer you cook it, the darker it's going to get. Yeah.
My gosh, just walked up a huge hill. I think they need a funicular here. That's all right.
The line is moving, but it's...
So when you get the sausages and drinks.
it might be another 10, 15 minutes in line.
So they have pancakes and maple syrup. They have baked beans. They have sausages.
What do you want, the whole works?
Yeah, and they also sell extra maple syrup as well.
I think they might even accept that. So we just finished planning the garden meals. Like everything is well coordinated. It's very loud in this barn. So we got beans and we got extra order of maple syrup. And we got a large order of pancakes, which is 3 pancakes, and we got some cider. So everything came to the $20 roughly.
Bargoon.
But they ran out of the maple sauce. Very good. The pancakes are cooked perfectly. I think it's staffed with volunteers.
How's the maple syrup? Is it better than what they sell in the supermarket?
It's much more intense.
They're currently making the amber one here, so should have a little bit of a different flavor. Baked beans. I'm not allowed to have beans. Very sad.
So this is their cider. Very good. Nothing like cider on a cold day.
That's actually their hot cider. They also sell a cold one here. And they have hot chocolate as well.
They also have a little store that sells the syrup.
Certainly is loud in here. And that's that. Doesn't take long to go through this. There are maple syrup festivals all over Ontario. Wherever there's maple sugar trees, there's festivals. Festivals last about a month, I think I said earlier, and we're about halfway through the month now. So we're gonna head home.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please click the like button. And by subscribing and turning notifications on, you'll help us create new content. Thanks for watching. And remember, experiences, not things.